time to check out this how a pro gamer successfully faked his death. Maybe. Maybe. Damn it, we're already 46 minutes in. I said I only wanted to stream for 2 hours today because I wanted to play video games with John. Huh. So yeah. I don't know if we'll get to any requests, but you guys can still drop some. I just don't know if we'll get to them. And if it sounds really cool, I might do it before one of these. This song isn't crazy. Oh, the other one? Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. Let's watch this. Fuck it.
On the 5th of July 2011,
I'm interested.
this account will be registered to the YouTube platform going by the name of Sketchek.
Fuck Joggin? Who's that? What? I'm so confused. Still waiting for my sue. I gave you a sue earlier. Did you redeem a sue earlier? And I didn't see it? I don't know, man. You know?
The owner of this fresh new channel would go on to become a Team Fortress 2 professional, widely considered to be one of the best players in the game's 15-year history. So,
he's a
would
true
sadly die
gamer.
unexpectedly only 4 years later in 2015. His audience and the entire Team Fortress 2 community were understandably devastated.
You did win.
Extensive tribute videos were posted to YouTube dedicated to Sketchek's incredible skill.
Sue. There, I got you. I'm not even energetic right now, man. I'm so tired, but... Sue! There, is that good enough? Damn. Joggin is John's
Users
Black
on Reddit
Adam.
would pour their hearts out in threads that discussed how Sketchek had influenced
Oh,
their
I might
playstyle,
actually
all
check
while
out that
the
Giga
developers
track.
of Team Fortress 2 would add a weapon attribute to the game in memory of Sketchek's life. It's safe to say no one expected that this whole thing might have been a hoax after it all began in
Oh,
June
yeah, that's the title of the
2015.
video. Fake this death. I'm fucking dumb.
When Sketchek uploaded a video explaining that he had been going in and out of hospital whilst dealing with an unspecified long-term illness.
Hey, I'm the guy that runs this channel. Most of you probably know me as Sketchek. I'm going to try being as straightforward and honest as I can. I've been very sick
So this is after he
and very
died?
busy for the past few months, spending every day either bedridden or going in and out of the hospital with no time to play TF2 or make videos or
Or is this before?
anything like that. I don't want to reveal too much information about my illness, but the doctors are saying that I probably don't have a lot of time left.
Oh, I'm guessing
At
this is
best,
before.
I've got about
Yeah,
a year
I'm
before
dumb.
my condition gets so bad that I'll need constant life support, and my chances of recovery are looking...
Look, I know he fakes his death, but like just hearing something like this kind of fucks me up, man. This is sad. Is gonna have the new DBS movie in 144p? Yeah, woo.
low, to say the least. In light of my newfound understanding of the importance of time, I'm quitting video games and leaving YouTube.
Prior to uploading this video, Sketchek had racked up 12,000 subscribers on his channel. And while this didn't make him the biggest
I was gonna
YouTuber
say,
on
that's
the
not really a-
platform, as
like-
mentioned previously, he was
Okay, I can't say it's
extremely
not a
well-known
lot,
within the
because
Team
I don't
Fortress
have
2
that money.
niche, specifically as a professional pyro player with over 8,000
It's like me
hours of
saying,
playtime
man, he got a
across
fucking Grammy. That's
60
easy.
period.
I don't
In
even have
comments,
one
he was
either.
referenced as God of all pyros, the best pyro in the world, and the only pyro main I could respect, which is why no one suspected anything in the beginning. He was respected, his channel was growing, and why would he want to quit the game out of the blue if he was one of the best in the world? Under the assumption that this life-threatening illness was real, the video would be shared to Reddit, receiving over 1,400 upvotes on a post titled "Sketchek is leaving YouTube from what is
Interesting.
most probably a terminal illness," which was met with a high level of support from the community at large. Terminal illness is extremely saddening. I don't know how people deal with it. I mean, man, I wish Sketchek all the best. There's really a slim chance, but I really hope Sketchek can somehow recover.
Oh,
I think
Well, lucky for everyone, he miraculously recovers. Let's fucking
Finally,
go.
this is really sad news. I loved how creative he was in the game. Love you, Sketchek. Thank you for your videos. Others went even further by inquiring about a potential charity that they could donate to in order to support him financially. Always saddening to hear people suffering from terminal illness. I wish for the best for him and his
That's
family
fucked
during
up
this
there.
time. Does anyone know of a charity for his illness? I'd like to donate if there is. It should also be mentioned that the community was extra vulnerable to the announcement, as only 5 months earlier in January 2015, another TF2 YouTuber by the name of Kitty0706 had also passed away from cancer, highlighted in comments
Damn.
such as this one reading, "First it's Kitty, now it's this. WTF. I want to cure cancer so I can keep watching these people's videos." However,
Okay, I get the sentiment, but normally it's like I want cancer to be cured for everyone, but in this time, In this instance, it's like, I want to cure cancer purely because of a few YouTubers. Let's fucking go.
Cancer so I can keep
But I get
watching
it,
these people's videos. However, while most were incredibly supportive, the more cynical and in retrospect the wiser amongst those in the comment section seemed a little more skeptical about this illness that he was going on about. We'd have to know the illness first. As the audience was discussing the news with a mixed yet mostly positive response, his health continued to deteriorate, or so he claimed. It was a little suspicious that
There is
after
now
the
a
initial
cancer cure.
announcement
It's
stating
still a
that he
very
didn't have
work
much
in progress thing, but it looks promising. Is the creator of said cure still alive? Just some food for thought, you know, because maybe the government would be like, hey yo, trying to take away our money? Damn!
longer to live. He continued to upload TF2 videos as if nothing had ever happened. However, each video was pretty short in length and wouldn't have been super labor intensive to produce, so it was certainly possible that he could have continued to
That's
make
a little
content whilst
sus.
also being incredibly sick. The other thing that was notably bizarre was that shortly after announcing his illness, it became possible to support SketchX's channel as long as you donated using yen, the Japanese currency. English was clearly his first language spoken in a relatively strong Australian accent, therefore what was the deal with his support currency being in Japanese?
You wanted to
Was he
buy
living
some
there or
anime
something? At this
waifu
point, it was
figures.
insignificant, but later
I
it would
feel it,
become
bro.
a vital piece of information. However, equally vital was SketchX's next announcement, being that he had become so
He's gonna do another announcement with face cam. You're just gonna see a bunch of fucking hentai figures behind him and like fucking posters and shit. Kind of look like my room. Like, yeah, guys, I'm you know, I'm not doing too well. Donate.
sick, he was unable to make videos or even play TF2 at all. The announcement would come in a video titled Closure, uploaded 6 months after he'd first enlightened his audience about his terminal illness, this time discussing how much worse it had become.
Welp. This is it, folks. This is how it ends. I'm very ill, my health is gradually deteriorating, and the clock is ticking, so to speak. I simply cannot afford to spend any more time than I already have maintaining the channel. This is my absolute final video.
Until I come back to life?
Before I stop using this account. So, feel free to unsubscribe if you haven't already. There will be no more videos coming from this channel. Farewell.
Following this video,
How much you wanna
SketchX's
bet that was
social
not
media
his
presence
last
would
video?
cease entirely. There were no more uploads to his YouTube channel, no more tweets to his Twitter, and 0 additional hours played.
Wait,
on
but
his
he did
Team
fake
Fortress
his death.
account.
Does he
The
come
silence
back,
continued
or does
for
he just
2 years
never
with
go back?
absolutely no news, at which point the community would come to the consensus that SketchX's deterioration and subsequent silence must have indicated that he had died. He released a PSA saying he had an almost certainly terminal illness, and that even if he survived, he would not resume making videos. That is to say, he almost certainly passed away. Tribute videos began to pop up on YouTube, such as this one with over 60,000 views,
no.
titled Sketchak Wannabe, which began
pretty
by stating
awkward
in
now.
honor of Sketchak, whilst displaying a TF2 RIP gravestone in the thumbnail. The degree to which Sketchak had impacted the community was cemented even further when, in memory of Sketchak, the developers of Team Fortress 2 would add an attribute called Sketchak's Bequest to one of his
Ooh,
signature
that's-
weapons, immortalizing
that's-
Sketchak within the game forever.
And they added in like a little
Like, that's
memoriam to
cool,
him,
but
which I thought
not
was
knowing
really nice.
that
I really
he's,
like that.
At this point, Sketchak might
Not
have felt
dead.
baffled that things had gone this far. Alternatively, maybe he was feeling smug about having gotten away with the crime, so to speak. However,
I was about to
either
say.
way, it would be with one Reddit comment in May 2017 that the community began to question whether or not Sketchak was actually dead. If you
Hold on. We got the fucking Harvard students on it. Kind of like with the Dream thing when they made like a whole fucking like essay. Pretty much a whole paperback novel about whether he cheated or not. Hold on. What the fuck? Can I...
If you want a small conspiracy, a lot of Sketchak's items have left his backpack, ending up in another backpack owned by someone named Will. Even some minuscule items like refined
Damn,
metal-
bro. That's so obvious. It's like his will. Huh? You get it?
Some of the names Will has had
They're
seem
onto
very
him? Yeah.
Sketchak-y, and the account is relatively active, last online just over
But
a
to
day
be fair,
ago.
even
The
if he
guy
had
sometimes
if he had actually died, people would still make conspiracy theories.
Sketchak's Nappa's respite in some gift wrap too, so maybe this guy was just a friend of Sketchak's. Hard to say, really. While it was certainly bizarre that items were being traded out of Sketchak's Team Fortress account, it wasn't really a smoking gun that screamed, hey, this dude isn't really dead, as Sketchak might have simply given his password to a friend before quitting, who was now trading the items, considering some time had passed since his apparent death. However, it wasn't only the items on Sketchak's Team Fortress account, indicating that maybe he wasn't dead. Further evidence will come to light in a forum post which read, Sketchak's illness video set to private, private, which explained that out of the blue, the 2 videos in which Sketchek would discuss his sickness were unlisted from his channel entirely. Previously, it wasn't impossible to theorize that someone else was tampering with his TF2 account. However, when activity was also spotted on his YouTube account, the pattern suggested that maybe Sketchek himself wasn't really buried 6 foot deep, which would be supported further in January 2000.
Next, they caught him commenting on some random chick's TikTok saying how hot it was. Sad.
Chick himself wasn't really buried 6 foot deep, which would be supported further in January 2019 when a video would pop up on YouTube titled with 2 words that would shatter every single past assumption about what had happened to the legend. Sketchek confirmed. In this video, a player can be seen toward the top of the leaderboard by the name of Sketchek with the same profile picture as the original. After being killed by Sketchek, the uploader of the video, Bucci, would find himself involved in a message exchange with his friend reading, "Dude, it's him, bro, it's him." To which the friend would type, "Okay, record."
You could name your account after him, right?
Once again with, "I'll try, I'm recording." In light of this video, out of curiosity, players began to add Sketchek's account on Steam, which is where things took a little bit of a bizarre turn. Those who added his Steam account began to receive this cryptic message, which led to a video on Sketchek's channel titled
"What the fuck?"
TXT. In the tags of this TXT video, there was a link which led to a now privated video with more cryptic Japanese text, translating to "Mr. Frog only knows frog language." Sketchek would then send more.
Did he spend all of his money on fucking Well, I had a joke in mind and I can't even remember it. Never mind.
In the tags of this TXT video, there was a link which led to a now private
What the fuck was I
video
gonna say?
with more cryptic Japanese text, translating to.
What was I gonna say? I don't know, but he must have taken some like Japanese lessons or something. He's like, fuck it, full blown otaku now.
Mr. Frog only knows frog language. Sketchek would then send more gifts to those who added him on Steam, the next one relating to a Twitter account, once again named in Japanese text translating to "the frog with the banana peel," as displayed in the original Sketchek profile picture. The Twitter account would then post a tweet stating that his audience needed to unfreeze the watermelon, then everything will be understood, which was accompanied by a JPEG.
What is he, a fucking anime villain?
Watermelon.
He really did
Users
go
then
full
realized that
Japanese.
by pasting the JPEG of the watermelon into WinRAR, that it would create a demo file, leading to a website with nothing but the signature Sketchek frog and an empty text box which required a password. Upon entering the password, a pastebin link would appear, leading to a string of binary text, which when decoded,
It's like
would
the
lead to
Riddler
an unlisted
shit.
video stating that Sketchek was about to return to YouTube. As the Team Fortress community began to discuss his return, Sketchek would log back into his original Twitter account before making a post reading, "Kept you waiting, huh?" followed by a video on YouTube 2 days later explaining that
This isn't like your favorite band returning. This is a dude that everyone thought was dead and was mourning for.
before making a post reading,
Little
"Kept you
weird.
waiting, huh?" followed by a video on YouTube 2 days later explaining that he was never sick in the first place.
About
Okay,
3 years
that's
ago,
crazy. That's
I announced that I had contracted
Dickhead.
a non-specific terminal illness.
Douchebag.
I want everyone to know that was a lie. It was a sick joke. It was a ruse.
I don't know about a
I
joke.
was never ill, not even a little bit.
He'd then gone to explain the motive behind faking his own death.
I was
Money.
in Japan for an extended period of time.
Ah,
When
I
was
knew he was in
I had
Japan.
a really good time, and somewhere along the way, I came to the conclusion that video games had ruined my life, and that was when I decided to shut down the channel.
And then
But
come
I
back to
also
video
wanted
games when I
to
needed money.
Go out with a bang, I guess you could say. And then I came up with the idea of faking my death because I knew that would draw a lot of attention.
Before coming to the
Look,
inevitable
guys.
conclusion 3
I want to go out with a bang too. I get it. But I can promise you guys I will not fake my goddamn death, okay?
a bit years later that he wanted to continue making videos on TF2.
A couple of weeks ago, I was playing TF2, just thinking about some
So
stuff.
video games ruined your life, but you started
Decided
playing them again.
I wanted to come back to the channel and reveal the truth to everyone.
And while this objectively marks Sketchek's return, whether or not it was welcomed with open arms is another question. I feel kinda half and half on this situation. I love Sketchek for what he did for me as a pyro main, but lying about terminal illness isn't
Anime
good.
profile
Happy to
pic,
see
your
him back,
opinion doesn't
but honestly,
matter.
a shitty thing to do.
Sorry.
Videos were also uploaded to YouTube addressing this ethical problem of, well, he's one of the best in the game and he seems genuinely sorry, but does this excuse him blatantly faking his death for attention?
You fake your
It's a
death
sick
making
joke, of
Arga
course,
videos and
but it's one
websites
that
and
he's
stuff?
Probably had monetary gain
I
from,
guess.
even if it's just a few $100s, you know. And still, for me, that just makes the whole thing feel a bit more awkward and uncomfortable for me in terms of like dismissing it as a big old joke.
The more forgiving amongst Sketchek's audience were simply looking forward to some new content, in comments such as, Hey, welcome back and hope you got some sick content ready. Hope all the negativity in this thread won't sour your return. However, others went to the effort of writing full-blown paragraphs about why SketchX was in the wrong, one of which referencing the weapon within TF2, which had been named as a tribute to the legendary Pyro main. SketchX bequest, lose all community respect for lying to us all. I hope they change the extinguisher soon. I'm so disappointed. I can't be angry, but I'm unbelievably disappointed. I'm glad you decided to come clean and you're going to be hated, but it takes guts to admit you're wrong. Still, extremely disappointed. Petitions were also created on the Steam forum such as this one, and subsequently the SketchX bequest attribute was removed silently in the month that followed. In spite of all the hate, SketchX viewership was luckily supported by his skill as a Pyro player, as opposed to what you might call his ethical compass, and therefore, upon returning, his videos would surprisingly receive as many, if not more views, as when he disappeared almost 4 years prior.
He probably disappeared for his training arc. Oh god, what are we pulling up these ladies for?
Social media stunts generally damage the career of whichever influencer is in question.
Oh yeah, because they faked their death, the sister's death or whatever, or illness or whatever, I don't remember.
SketchX somehow managed to do the opposite.
Well, that ended with a very nice turn for him when the voice made it sound like he was having an L mode. But I guess good for him. Kind of crazy. Oh, well, damn. I honestly, I mean, you kind of gotta respect the finesse. I mean, he got away with faking his death, and no one really cares. Kind of crazy. I mean, I don't think it's a good thing. How long will the stream be? Probably like another hour, and then I'll dip.